photo.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Yeah, so we can just alternate on the topics.
Okay.
I mean, we'll probably get caught up on a couple like we usually do, but
usually talk for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Give some people some time to get in here, and if they don't get in here, then we'll just start and catch it later. Well, because that's one thing that I was realizing. I seen some of your comments, and there was some people on there saying that they ended up having to catch the episode later on.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, so I wonder how many people watch the episode later on and can't actually tune in live.
Does that count like as a view?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I just like them being in here when we're live so they can interact in the comments and shit, and we can get people
going.
Yeah. We can actually talk to real life people. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Brew podcast. Happy Friday. TGIF. Man, I walked outside on the way here and it was just beautiful out.
Yeah.
I walked out and was instantly in a better mood.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I left my phone home, so I had to turn all the way back around and come get my phone. And then I stopped at the gas station to get gas, and the big Coke truck pulled in and blocked me into the gas pump. And I'm like, bro, can I get out?
No, you got to be outside a little bit longer.
Man.
And you were still on time.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, I would have been here at 9. I got here at 9:20 because he blocked me in with the truck. I'm like, come on, man. My day was starting off great, wonderful weather. Something got to ruin it. But I did want to start off saying, because it was brought to my attention that last episode, I was cursing quite a bit.
Yeah, you were.
I was cursing a lot.
Yeah, you were really feeling it.
So I don't apologize, but I do want to not curse as much.
Who brought that to your attention?
Oh, there was a few people.
Really?
Yeah, there was like, they weren't saying it in a bad way. They were just like, oh, you was kind of worked up about them roads.
Oh, yeah. He was fired up. Talk about the roads or the taxes, and Trey's lost.
Yeah, so I want to make this a podcast that if you're like taking your kid to school in the morning, you can still listen to it without having to turn it off real quick because I'm going nuts over the roads on here. So I do. I mean, I don't apologize.
He's going to tone it down. He's going to tone it down.
I will make an honest effort to not curse as much. So we posted a reel on Facebook, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
Posted a reel on Facebook, been running it through a new AI generator thing, posted it on Facebook, and it peaked at 95,000 views.
95,000 views. We almost hit 1 million views. That's crazy.
100,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. 100,000 views.
Yeah, you got to get to 100,000 first.
That's crazy.
Good Lord, jumped from 95.
I haven't had coffee yet this morning. I'm like half functioning.
Yeah, so it got 95,000 views. So that was big. So hopefully we can keep on doing that, and hopefully we can transition those views from Facebook, if we can't figure out a way to monetize it on there, over to YouTube and reflect those views on YouTube and start monetizing this thing in a big way. Okay, so recreational, I guess I could have put that up there for a second just so people could see. So make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said, 95,000 views on the last reel. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube, because that seems like it's going to be the most effective way to monetize this thing.
Yes.
And I can't remember what the number was when I sent you the amount that we would have made on that reel.
I think it was like $1,000.
Yeah. How many views was there at that time when I sent that to you? I don't remember.
We had talked about it so many times. Yeah. I don't remember.
I think it was 50K.
It might have been.
At 50K views, if that would have been reflected on YouTube, we would have made around $1,000 in 2 days. So it got up to 95K. Probably would have made like $2,000 in a week.
Would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I mean, whatever.
Split that up. How we going when we start bringing in that money? How we doing that? Like 80-20?
We need like a contractual arrangement.
No, we can do 50-50.
I'll have your lawyer call my lawyer and they'll sort it out.
We can do 50-50 as long as you start showing up on time. Yeah.
I was here on time today.
Yeah, you were.
I had minutes to spare.
You were.
And I got something to drink.
You were here 10 minutes early. You were here 10 minutes early. All right. So recreational sales of marijuana started Tuesday in Marion. What are your thoughts on that?
Finally. I mean, I'm not going to be there, but
right.
I just feel like it's been a long time coming. I don't I did see a lot of people complaining about the prices, though. Almost unanimously complaining about the prices.
Yeah. So this is the way I see it, because I did go. I went the day that I found out, and it's not like I was like planning for it.
It's fine, whatever. It's legal.
This shit just popped up. So I was like, "Fuck it,
let me go check it out."
Well, you can put an online order in on your phone and just go pick it up. So
curbside.
Hey, I was on my phone scrolling through the app. I just picked a random one because I was like, I just want to feel the experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's weird. My whole life, this shit's been illegal.
Yeah.
Now I can literally place an order online and go pick it up like it's food.
It's hard to even come to terms with the reality right now.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your mind around it. So I put the order in online, went there. They was like, "You got an online order?" I was like, "Yeah." Took my driver's license. Your driver's license is linked with the order.
Okay.
You go inside. You literally go up to a register like you're at a fucking store or something. You go up. They give you what you paid for. Put it in a little bag, and I was in and out in 10 minutes.
But see, I don't know enough about it. Like, if people complaining like, "Oh, this is rip off," I would not know if I was being ripped off because I have no general idea. But that kind of irritates me a little bit.
Yeah. Well. See, I thought the amount was pretty good. It's obviously not what you're going to get if you're going to a private dealer. If you're going to a private dealer, it's not that. But the way I look at it is, at least I have the comfort of knowing that it's not laced with like fentanyl or something.
Yeah.
They have hundreds of different strains.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, they have hundreds of different strains that you can pick from. So you can choose the one that you like the most instead of just settling for whatever the private dealer has.
So you got to try everything?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I mean, like they have descriptions of like the effects of it, because they'll have like a sativa or indica or a hybrid, and each one of those will have different effects.
Does it say like, if you have very high anxiety, do not use this? No,
they have ones on there that are actually focused towards people who have anxiety.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like anxiety relief strains and stuff like that.
Really?
Like they have strains that are better to be smoked or taken in the morning. Taken in the morning. They have ones that are like for afternoon slumps, and then they have ones that are like only take this before you go to bed because you're not going to be able to function throughout the day.
Dang.
If you take this, like couch lock type shit. So
what'd you get?
It was called a banana cooler. Yeah. But it was called a refresh, which was like for an afternoon slump, because I don't like using it and being like fucking stuck on the couch and not being able to do stuff.
No, that's not a good time.
When I use it to increase my creativity.
Okay.
Like it makes me focus. It helps with probably my ADD that I have probably. So it helps me with that. And then later on at night, it does help me sleep better still. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the fact that I don't have to worry about it being laced with something. And they have a bigger variety to choose from, as opposed to, I mean, when you're younger and you're getting weed from the private dealer, they're only going to have 2-3 different kinds at max.
And do they even know what they have?
And they probably don't even, they're probably just putting funny names on it just to make it sound good.
Right.
You go there, you get on the line, you know what I'm saying? They got hundreds of different strains, and you can pick the one that's best suited for you. You know what I mean?
So what's the rule about driving?
Yeah, you can't drive if you've been smoking.
Oh, okay.
Like you can drive and have it in your car.
Okay.
As long as you wasn't smoking it.
Gotcha.
Or as long as you wasn't using it. I was like, I always say smoking it.
All right. So unpaid promotion.
It was the weirdest thing that I have done in a long time. Because just going into a building like that.
Remember when you called me out for burping?
Yeah. Well, this is carbonated, so just going into a build. I mean, just ordering it online and then going into the building and just picking it up like you're at TJ Maxx or something. That was so weird.
Was it super busy?
It was the weirdest shit. It wasn't even really that busy. Like there was people standing outside in a line, but if you had an online order, you got to skip the line and go in.
Oh, you got the express pass.
Yeah, I got the fast pass.
Fast pass. Yeah.
So it was just a weird experience, because your whole life it was like you're secretly doing this thing because it was illegal, and now it's
you're allowed to do it.
Going to a public.
There's no shame.
Yeah, I'm saying like it was weird.
The comment, drop something in the comments if anybody else had taken advantage of.
Yeah,
going to the dispensary.
In the comments, if you have went to the dispensary since they started selling recreational marijuana on Tuesday, Let us know in the comments and let us know what you got and let us know where you went. I went over to Sunnyside by Rural King.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just straight medicinal.
I've always wondered like what it looks like in there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for real. It looks like a rehab facility.
Does it? It looks like a doctor?
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like the eerie, I don't know.
I imagined they had like these cases and like lights to show you like what it looked like in the fibers.
Well, that was the thing that threw me off the most. Like you go in and it's like a lobby, and then when they're ready to give you your order, they send you into and I don't know if they normally do this, but this is how they did it to me. They sent me into a whole nother room, and I was the only one in that room by myself with 2 registers.
Gotcha.
And then they open this sliding window and they pull it out and they give it to you. So there's no actual marijuana on display.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only thing they really have on display is like the accessories to smoke it or whatever. So like
however you ingest it.
Yes, however you. And on the website they have all different kinds of things. They have capsules, they have edibles, and
so you don't have to smoke it.
You don't have to smoke.
I'm not like with the smoking thing.
Well, listen, I did edibles and I do not recommend that shit. That shit's different. That shit is different. And I'm never doing that again, bro. Like that's how I know I'll never be able to do no hard drugs, because I did edibles one time and
what was like, the milligram?
25 per edible, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. It said to start off with 1 and wait 45 minutes. I took 1 and I was like, well, I don't really feel nothing. So I took another 1 and then it all hit me at once. Like I stood up and I just felt it rush over me. So I'm like, yeah.
Nobody reads the instructions.
Yeah. So just, I mean, if you guys are interested, you know what I mean? You can get on the website for Sunnyside over there by Rural King and go try out some recreational marijuana.
So Aldi's isn't the only place you're going to see Trey.
Yeah. Go ahead and let them know where I work so give me 5. I'm not sure about their drug policy.
Oh, man.
But anyway, hey.
Oh, man.
Hey, live and let live.
Cut.
So, Sarita's big announcement.
We're pregnant.
If you guys didn't see yesterday online, go ahead and tell them, Sarita. Go ahead.
Yeah. Bryce and I are having a baby girl. And we've known about it for a while. We just kind of kept it to ourselves since I'm geriatric now.
Okay. Yeah. See, I seen the pink bow that you posted on Facebook.
Yep. We're very excited.
So I was wondering because I don't think that you told me the gender of the baby. So
I didn't know until recently. So
yeah,
baby girl.
That's cool. So what, you're going to have a starting 5 now?
I mean, people keep saying stuff like that, but if you think about it, like when this baby's going to kindergarten, well, preschool, Des will be in college. So like,
yeah,
there's a big gap.
So what was your initial thoughts when you found out?
Well, we had just got back from vacation, and I was vacationing on vacation. So I was like, oh no.
That's normally what you do. Yeah.
Oh no.
Vacation got cut a little short.
No, I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But we got back and I just was like,
Oh, you were vacationing.
We were vacationing on vacation. And we got back and I was like, dang, something just, I don't know. You just know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like women they just have this intuition.
Yeah.
And sure enough. Definitely got a baby on the way. And I was for sure that Bryson was going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I guess we're just.
I mean, after the first 4, he's probably just like used to it at this point.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, I all but shy of sterilized my husband myself.
Yeah.
Like I tried to make it all happen.
So I wanted to ask you, because I feel like I was born in the 90s. Were you born in the 90s or
no?
Late 80s? Good
80s.
Lord.
Yeah, I said geriatric, Trey.
So I was born in the 90s. You were born in the late 80s. And I feel like growing up, it was the norm for people to have 4 or 5 siblings.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that was most families.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know who knows this, but I have 10 biological siblings, but we weren't raised together. Okay. So I remember like as a young kid, just always feeling like I wanted that. Like I always wanted my siblings with me. I got to be with them in the summertime, but that just wasn't the same thing. So I was telling my friend the other day, I kind of feel like I manifested this life for myself a long time ago, but I mean, it's lit. Like my kids get to enjoy like coming from a big family, always having somebody to, I won't even say play with, always having somebody to torment. And we're excited.
Yeah, that's cool because growing up, you always see those movies like where the family's sitting around the dinner table and it's like all these seats are filled with different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Like that whole house.
I was thinking of that as you were talking. Yeah.
Yeah. So that whole house is full of kids and everything like that. And I feel like it was like just a normal thing when we were growing up for families that have that many siblings. Yeah. So why do you think it is now that like it doesn't seem like people are having as many kids and stuff?
I mean, I just think like, and I can't speak for everybody, but I think financial resources and the economics have a lot to do with it. Like some people just don't want to have to sacrifice because it is your time and like it is a lifelong commitment. So I just don't think people are interested. I think that my best friend, she is 105. And so I love being at her house. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I could.
Are you an only child? No. You have a sister.
I got two sisters.
Two sisters.
Yeah, I got two sisters. And see, like my mom is one of 5. Okay. Yeah, one of 5. So it just seemed like it was a normal thing growing up to have that many siblings. And now it's like, it's like if people get a boy and a girl, they're done. Yeah. You know? I feel like that. I see a lot of families with like 2 kids and they're just like, whatever we get is whatever we get. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because of financial reasons, because everything is so expensive now and it's so much harder than it might have been back in the day, or people just are more focused on having freedom and being able to do what they want. It might be more appealing to this generation to have freedom and be able to do whatever you want than it actually is to start a family. I think so. That's a valid point. I think or focus on career. Yeah. Which I think kind of speaks towards how the morals have changed in people. I think people are more, and it's not all people. I think people are more. I can't really say this. They're just prioritizing their life different. Yeah, I can't really say it a good way without it making me sound like I'm calling them selfish. But I think people are more worried about going and experiencing life and being able to do that instead, and they want that more than starting a family. You know which is fine, because that's what's highlighted mostly on social media now. Is people traveling, and, you know what I'm saying, having a good time, leveling up. I mean, a lot of people, I don't know. I just don't think there's as much of an appeal to start a family now as there used to be back in the day. I agree. And I think that's what really drew people into a lot of those movies, was having the big families around the dinner table and stuff like that. And growing up, and like you said, you might not be able to talk to all of them, but out of that group, there's going to be at least one person that you're able to talk to. Yeah, you know there is. Yeah. And I feel that because when we announced we were pregnant with Charlie, our 4th baby, like I had some wild things said to me, like, wow, you're crazy for having 4 kids. Like, whoa. That's what I wanted to ask you about that post. I was super defensive. It's a lot of why we didn't tell anybody for a long time. I just wanted to protect our family and figure it out, you know, how we were feeling and what we were feeling. But also I need to protect my mental health around this. Yeah. And I just felt a little traumatized after the experience with Charlie, and people just, I don't think intentionally trying to be rude, but just projecting like, I can't imagine having 4 kids. Well, that's cool. But I can. I can imagine having 10. So I didn't, well, no. No. I'm going to stop that conversation though, because every time I say I'm not having another baby, here I am having another baby. Well, I just think it's always cool to look at those big families. And I think a lot of it is because seeing that on a lot of the movies when we were younger, it just seemed fun. You know what I mean? It's fun. I mean, the holidays just seem super lit when you have a bunch of siblings and stuff like that. Maybe not great for the parents, but you know, like the kids, it seems like a fun thing to grow up in. There's life lessons, kids. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. Understand. Sebastian, on top of what you said, Trey, a lot of, God damn, you're going to make me run out of breath reading all this shit. Oh, my bad. I'm done. I'm not supposed to be cussing. On top of what you said, Trey, a lot of people are now doing things at an older age than us. An example, we did the things people have done and are doing at a young age. So by 21, the traveling, the partying scene is no longer enjoyable. I don't want to use maturity as the word because people live life different. On the other hand, shit is expensive and raising kids are expensive. However, it's the best thing that ever happened. Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I could not imagine. Like,
yeah, I think that is about as true as it gets right there. I can't speak from experience because I don't have any. And it's not because I'm opposed to having any. It's just, it hasn't came up. So, I know it's expensive, but I also know that having kids really helps a lot of people find themselves in what their purpose is in life. Mm-hmm. You know, because I know there are a lot of people that kind of walk around and it seems like they're just trying to figure out who they are and what they're meant to do in life. And then when they, especially with women, and then when they have that first child, it's like a switch flips and it's like, this is my purpose. You know what I mean? This is the most joy I've ever felt in life. You know what I mean? Definitely
feel like it's another level that you didn't know was possible of love. But I fully support women finding themselves and their purpose before having children. Yeah. Because I think that's just a part of being a woman. Like motherhood is a part of it, but it shouldn't be all of it. I mean, there's more to us than that.
Yeah, I'm not saying like
just
women.
So we're clear.
I'm not saying that women are just meant to reproduce and that's
no,
it.
I know.
I'm just saying that a lot of times, like I see,
life is different. The lens is different when you have kids.
Yeah, you just see that switch flip, and it's just like, all right, I want to be a better person for them.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes. Because
it's like when you're living for yourself, it's like, okay, what I do is going to be done, and nobody's really going to suffer the repercussions except me.
Yeah.
Once you have kids, you start doing dumb shit like that. You're out clubbing, partying, something happens. You're not the only one that's going to feel the effects of that.
No, your kids are honestly like the most truthful mirror of who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
So who you are and how you are, like, your kids don't have to say anything, but you can tell by their actions, the way they think, the way they respond to situations. Like, dang, they got that from me, and that could be a good thing, but that might also be a moment where you're like, I need to switch this up because this ain't gonna work.
Whoa, you reminded me of myself a little too much right there.
You just sounded just like mom.
But like you said though, like the people that do that stuff at a younger age, and then when they get to whatever age, you know, they get a little older, there's just no appeal to it no more. You know what I mean? You did it at a young age. We
were young out here.
Yeah.
Not like that, but kind of like that.
But then you have those kids that's like their parents were really strict. Like the kid lived under a rock. They never got to experience anything when they were younger. So when they're finally old enough to be able to do it, they kind of rebel. And that's when they go out and they experience all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like in Sebastian's case, like he said, though, like we did a lot of that stuff when we were younger. Once you do that stuff so much, it's like,
it's old.
Yeah.
Done it.
Like what's the end route here? Like,
yeah. I agree.
But yeah.
That's my big announcement, folks.
That's our big announcement. So go ahead, Sarita, go ahead and hit us with your next topic.
Okay. So obviously Trey and I, a lot of our content, we just kind of gather through the week. So I was on Facebook and I was looking for, I don't even know what I was looking for. I'm randomly searching for things all the time. And I was on Facebook Marketplace. And I gotta say this, like there needs to be there needs to be a gatekeeper for used items.
Yeah.
Somebody has got to be in charge of accepting or declining an application for someone to sell stuff on Facebook, because some of these, and it's back to school time now. If you are one of those people that put Air Force Ones, white Air Force Ones, and have the nerve to say, These are barely used and they're creased up. They're yellow. The laces are kind of tinged. Like, you're fired. I'm sick of seeing it.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's terrible.
The barely used condition and the worn once, but they're creased from like a whole circle around the shoe. I can't do it. There's got to be some like committee in charge of monitoring how we're describing our used products. You should be banned from Facebook Marketplace if you're doing this.
At least try to clean them up a little bit before you post them on there. Do some Photoshop editing or something.
And shoes like Forces saying only worn once. You know how much damage you can do on a night to some like you only got to wear them once.
That's all it takes is once.
Like,
shit.
You should not be asking $90.
No, heck no. Because I think retail's like 110 on them anyway.
Yeah, that was my like.
So it's like you post a pair of Air Force Ones and say worn once, and they look busted.
I'm telling you, I've seen it.
What was you doing in them that one night?
I wanted to screenshot the pictures so we could be like, all right, how would you rate these? But then I didn't want people on Facebook to be like, that's my listing. I didn't know how to do it, but I want to have like, how would you rate these so that we can help people?
Start grading them like baseball cards.
Yes.
Yeah, because baseball cards, they get graded depending on the condition. But it's like, you wore them once, but you went through boot camp that one night.
Man, you were out like running in them
through Navy SEALs training that one night. Or some Jordan Flights, size 13, barely worn for a 50 spot. But they be doing the same thing with cars on there. It'd be like a 1999 Honda Civic with 450,000 miles.
Like they want 19 grand for them.
Like, bro. This shit's gonna run for 2 more hours after I pick it up, and it's done after that.
Like I might not even make it back.
Done. It's some of the crazy stuff
all over the driveway.
Yeah. And they be on there talk about got this value on Kelly Blue Book. No, you didn't.
Oh, that's the other thing. No one cares what you paid for it.
Yeah, nah.
Posting paid $1,600 for an item that looks crazy, saying asking $700. No one cares what you paid for it.
Because just because you was dumb enough to pay that much, don't mean I'm going to be dumb enough to pay that much. Yeah. Look, listen, they got you.
Talking about don't lowball me. Yeah. Exactly.
I know what I have. Yeah, they do this shit all the time.
And then you see it's from like 5 days ago with not a single like, no comment, no interest. I'm telling you. All right, that's my like pet peeve for the week. I can't do it. We just somebody's got to gatekeep because it's out of control. And
you got to have some wiggle room. You can't be like, I got this for $1,500, so that's what I'm asking. You know what I mean?
Or I'm brand new, didn't feel like taking it back to the store, so I'll sell it for You should just take it back to the store.
Yeah, just take it back to the store. Get your money back. Because you ain't getting nobody on that. You ain't getting nobody on that. That's just ridiculous. All right. So, what are we talking about next? Sacrificing temporary pleasures to achieve long-term goals. And I think that this can kind of intertwine with that conversation where Sebastian was saying when you are at a younger age and you enjoy a lot of that stuff that you like clubbing, partying, stuff like that at a younger age, and then you grow older and you realize that it's not sustainable if you really want to build something in life.
Right.
I think that's one of the biggest things with sacrificing temporary, because that's one of the biggest things that I dealt with, especially probably in my early mid 20s, was just like not going and having that drink, you know what I mean? Not going and partying or going to a club or nothing like that. Like I've never been a big club person anyway, but it's just like, there's no in route to it. Like, do you want to build something or do you want to keep going out and spending your money on something that you have nothing to show for? You know?
Yeah, like the whole keeping up with the Joneses mentality, that's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't, other people aren't paying my bills. I know what needs to be paid. I know what needs to be done. So it's just never been an appealing thing to me to go out and overcommit myself financially to stuff that just doesn't align with where I want to be.
Well, that goes back to the old saying, don't go broke trying to keep up with people.
Can't do it.
You know what I mean?
Can't do it.
Like I'm more and more now starting to wear clothes that are like I don't the brand. There's no brand.
I don't care.
There might be a brand, but I ain't never fucking heard of it. You know what I mean?
Care.
Like I used to be like, all I can wear is Nike socks. Now it's like I'm just getting plain white socks. I'm not doing this with y'all no more. I'm not playing this game.
I mean, I love a good deal. Don't get me wrong. If I can find it for the low, I'm gonna get it.
Oh yeah. If it's name brand and you got a good deal on it, then okay, we can talk. But if you're trying to sell it for retail, some of this name brand shit like Nike is the same fucking price as designer now. It's like, come on.
I know it.
I ain't doing this no more. I'm not playing.
My kids got me with those Nike Tech fleece.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
One damn sweat outfit is like what, $200, $300?
Yeah.
It's like $150 for each piece.
And they're like on sale, $80 for the sweats.
Good Lord.
Like the pants.
Because when you really start looking at it, it's like the outfit costs $300. It's like, that's all of the utilities and shit that I could pay with that. Yeah. I'm just thinking of every time now. You know, because when you were younger and you was getting that, you didn't care because you just wanted to look good for whatever you was going and doing.
Right.
Now it's like I start thinking about all the bills that I could have paid with that.
But I'm really grateful though, because my kids, like, I was like, hey, school starts literally next week. Yeah. Like, we got to go get something. And they're like, we don't really need anything. We just need like a pair. All they wear is Crocs every day. So I hated Crocs when they came out, but I love them now.
Yeah, I'm all about comfort and convenience now. So what? Now I've been on some other stuff. Y'all know Rosa Parks' husband had a car. That's some dirty shit. Why was she on the bus if he had a car? What does she mean by that?
I mean,
what do you mean by that? The thing I had to sacrifice was material things over pure happiness. That's what I pass to my kids. Every time I spend money, it creates memory. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that happens when you get older is you just Sebastian, stop. When you get older, you just appreciate experiences with the people you love way more than any material thing.
Well, yeah, I could not agree more with that. I mean, we could go out and have a day for free and have the best time. Yeah.
Because I'm willing to spend any amount of money to like take my mom or my sister or Magali or anyone that I love in my life. I'm willing to spend any type of money to go do something with them as opposed to spending it on like an electronic device or a pair of shoes or something like that. Because whatever the material thing is, I'm going to get tired of that eventually. There's not going to be any use for it eventually. But that experience that I go and have with that person, that's going to be a memory that I have forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That way of thinking is like when you have, when the time comes that you have kids and like their excitement, how they talk about the best day ever. Yeah. I mean, like that, it never gets old.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that I look forward to with kids the most. And I know you give me a hard time about it with my dog. But just seeing the joy and happiness that my dog gets from going out and experiencing things. Like, I imagine that people get that same feeling with their children. You know.
You just compared your relationship with your dog to your kids. Oh,
he is my kid.
To other people and their kids is cray.
He is my kid.
Trey is cray.
All pro dog owners, let Sarita have it in the fucking comments because she has dogs.
I have a dog.
You have dog. I have a dog. You act like I got a whole family of dogs.
Well, you said she has dogs.
Well,
I have one dog.
Yeah, and I'm your dog. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Magali on here joining in.
Anyway, yeah, see, she does. But go ahead with the other issue.
Okay. Man. So I know you got him. I know Trey well enough at this point. What are your toxic traits? Do you have any
traits? I got anger issues.
Yeah, I can see that. I think everybody who watched the show last week could probably see that.
What did I get angry? Oh yeah, the road. But no, like I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better with my patience and trying to remind myself in the moment what is actually worth getting mad about and what isn't. Because there's a lot of times, especially younger, it's like any inconvenience would piss me off. And I would literally get to a point where it's like, next person that talks to me, I'm going to punch him right in the fucking mouth. It's just at that point. But now it's like, I'm able in the moment. That was the biggest issue I had was in the moment. I wasn't able to cool down. Now in the moment, I'm able to take a step back and say, is this actually even worth getting mad about? You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing that I've had to grow from with my toxic traits. And I say it is still one now because I still deal with it. Like I left the house, got like a fourth of the way here and realized I left my phone home. And I'm like, fuck. Like just got pissed off because I left my phone. It's like a super inconvenience. And I'm trying to get here early so I can make sure this is all set up, even though you'll probably be late.
I wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't. And then I get to the gas station and the fucking Coke truck boxes me in.
All right. Anybody got a count in the comments how many times Trey has said the F word?
Yeah. Well, it's just tough. Like I said, that's just who I am at the end of the day. And when I get passionate about something, I start cursing. But yeah, I think probably anger problems that I probably got to deal with. I got a lot better though.
I think, maturity.
Yeah.
Slow down a little bit. 6 times.
That dude said 6 times. Really counting.
All right. So one of my toxic traits, I'm not going to limit it to one because I'm sure I have many. But one of my toxic traits is I am fully confident, like actually confident that I can crack your back.
Yeah.
Like they do on like TikTok or Facebook. I know I could do it. That's my toxic trait. I would paralyze somebody because I'm that sure.
No, I feel like that's kind of a like funny, silly, toxic trait type thing.
It's still a thing.
What is an actual toxic trait? Like something that you possess or some kind of trait that you have that is like, this is not good for my relationship with my husband, or this is not good. this is not good for my relationship with people in general.
I think my toxic traits with my husband are probably different than like my toxic traits with my.
So what are they?
With my friends?
Yeah. With your husband, because I feel like you're avoiding that. Yeah.
A toxic trait with my husband.
Yeah, see, Jackie said that's the toxic trait you try. That's an easy way out, I feel like. That's like you not wanting to discuss.
It's for real though. I really think I can do it.
Okay, so you think you can crack somebody's back, but that's not like a toxic trait. Like,
I mean, I could paralyze somebody.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, probably not.
There are not very many times I think I'm wrong.
I feel like you need to self-reflect a little deeper here.
That's probably my toxic trait with Bryson the worst.
What is it?
There are not very many times where I think I'm wrong. Like legitimately.
You think you're right most of the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't. But I'm also someone like if I say something, I probably thought about that. Yeah. I probably read about it before I like introduced it into the conversation, fully confident about it.
That's a good one. Because I can probably relate to you on that. And I think there's probably a lot of people that can relate to you on that. It's very hard to admit when you're wrong about something.
If I think I'm wrong, I will.
Yeah. Well, point.
If I think I'm wrong.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if there's any wiggle room that you might be right, you probably have to 100% be proven to be wrong before you'll actually accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, because I remember you saying that Bryson is really good at talking about things that he knows nothing about. Yeah. Like he's been studying them his whole life.
Yeah. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts, but it's because I'm very opposite.
Yeah.
I don't like to pretend I know things that I don't know. Yeah. And if I feel like somebody's talking about things that they don't know, I'm going to be like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Where did you see that?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Right. Yeah. So that's a good one though.
Shout out to my bestie for trying to keep me honest.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot of people. And yeah, she's making sure that you're self-reflecting because we can only become better people if we acknowledge what is wrong within us.
I mean, I don't think it's wrong to think I'm right.
I wouldn't want to be around you.
Whatever. You're around me every Friday.
My toxic trait is expecting everyone's pace to be the same as mine. Having to slow down physically and mentally for someone instantly makes me mad. It's not okay. And I recognize that I'm such a fast working and talking person.
This is actually a legitimate thing. Yeah. I can relate to this. If I have to repeat myself or like explain something that I feel like is very elementary level, I'm instantly like, just the respect meter just went down because now I think you're just a little bit dumber than I thought you were.
That hit so home for real. And especially you adding on top of it because I cannot she got with my slow ass because I cannot stand it when it's like I know something and I feel like it's common sense for you to know it too. And it's like you just don't get it.
Why don't you know
and
this?
It's like you got to be mentally,
you know, there's something not right.
Something ain't right with you if you don't get this. And it's not that anything's wrong with them or they're inferior than you. It's just that they don't get it the same way you do, or you've been doing it longer. And I expect people to think like me. And when they don't think like me, it frustrates me for some reason.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is because of the way that we experienced our childhood.
Yeah.
Like the way that we were parented.
Yeah.
Shout out to our parents. I know they did their best, but every parent screws up their kids no matter how good you are.
Yeah.
We all mess up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also to Courtney and Sebastian's point, I think there's something there with like the opposites, because Bryson definitely slows me down.
Oh yeah, but see, a lot of times like that, you got to be slowed down, because I mean, it can be really good to move at a fast pace and, you know, go 100 miles per hour. It can also be really bad sometimes too. So sometimes you got to have that person that kind of balances you out so you don't crash into a wall.
Probably so.
You know?
You might be right about that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you allowing me to be right.
There's a possibility that you're right about that.
See, this is really working, guys. But those are some really good topics, though.
No, those are good. There will be days, not recently, because I'm very tired all the time.
Yeah.
Where I'll be like, all right, we got to get this done. We got to get that done. We got to get this done. We need to get it done before 3. And he'll be like, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
We're never going to do all those things. Like, you're just pissing yourself off.
Well, what I try to tell Magali, because I feel like she's one of them people that move 100 miles per hour too. And it's like, you're going really fast, thinking that you're getting a bunch of shit done, but you're actually fucking shit up more because you're going so fast.
Oh, no, I don't mess things up.
Yeah, well, see, that's another thing. Got to.
I'm just joking. Yes, I do.
There
yes, I do.
She has no
I do
toxic
be messing
traits.
stuff up. I really do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you go too fast, the chances of you messing something up along the way increase also. So I feel like you gotta kind of find that middle ground to where you can get stuff done, but you're not messing stuff up along the way because you're trying to get so much done in so little time.
When I was in high school, we had this theme. I don't know if it was my junior year or my senior year of basketball. And the motto was be quick, but don't hurry. So like,
don't do it.
That's maybe I should take that into consideration.
What was the motto?
Be quick, but don't hurry.
Yeah.
When you hurry, you make mistakes.
Yeah. I just always say, like, don't sacrifice quality for quantity. You know what I mean? Like, you might get 10 things done, but how well did you do those 10 things?
Especially with your women.
Yeah. Well, you didn't trade Courtney Walker, sure. Yeah, I don't know, just sacrificing temporary, but we hit a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good stuff for that, and I feel like
toxic trait.
I feel like all of that can apply to most people too.
Yeah, I think so.
Because nobody enjoys being wrong, because then you kind of feel dumb a little bit, you know. especially when you were kind of like hammering it, like, no, I know this and this and this, and then they show you cold hard proof.
I don't know
wrong.
if that's okay. I'm sure it has happened, but I don't remember a time my husband sat me down and said, here is the proof literally in front of you that you are 100% wrong. I'm sure it's happened, but I don't recall.
Of course you don't recall. You don't want to recall. But it's like it just depends on what it is too. Because I mean, sometimes it's like, is proof really necessary? Because it's like, if Bryson tells you that this guy was the leading rusher of all time in the NFL, does he really need to sit you down and show you that?
Something like that.
You know what I mean? Just some stuff.
He could tell me anything. And I'd be like, my boo knows.
Just some stuff people know more than you about. You know what I mean?
100%.
So
that's why there's some things I'm not even gonna go there with you. You're right. You got it.
But if it's some like the aliens exist type shit, you know, and that's for another day.
Where's Shaq?
Resting is my toxic trait. I'm going to chill before anything.
That's definitely
fact.
That's for her.
Hey,
that's definitely facts for her.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, like, I'm a professional procrastinator. Like, I can find any reason in the world not to do some shit.
Your chill level is elite.
I'm unbothered.
I can't. I mean, I can, but I can't.
Unbothered, bro. Because especially, and we talked about it, like, the older you get, you just really don't give a fuck what people think or say about you. So it's just like,
That's true.
Bro, you ain't walked in these $90 Air Forces that I got off Facebook. You ain't did none of the shit.
$39.99 Pumas.
You ain't did none of the shit that I did. You ain't experienced none of the shit that I did, and you ain't dealing with none of the stuff that I'm dealing with in my life. You might be dealing with some of it, but it's not exactly the same. So how could you ever judge me?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's very hard. Like if somebody doesn't like me, it's very hard for me to care about that.
Yeah, very, very hard for me to be bothered about it.
Like if they want to be cool, I'm cool.
Yeah.
If they don't like me, moving on.
Especially when 9 times out of 10, if they don't like
it's
you,
for something dumb.
they're not going to tell you that they don't like you in person. We already discussed that.
Or like they can't tell you why because it's dumb.
Yeah, I mean that's another fucking huge thing. Sorry, cursing. That's another big thing. Is like a lot of these people that find reasons to hate you don't even know why they're doing it.
Somebody else said it first.
Yeah, it's just because it's you, and then you have the people that
wait, hold on, pause. It's just because it's you. Man, I just gotta give that a second. Some people just ain't gonna like you just because it's you. Don't even
let that marinate.
Man.
Well, it's just a sick thing to think about because there are actually people out there that build their friendships
based on who they don't like.
Yeah,
that's weird.
It's like you're literally sitting here building a connection and a friendship with someone by hating other people.
Very strange.
How good do you think that is for you?
It's like, so weird to me.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, oh yeah, we get along well and we hang out because we both don't like this person. That's disgusting.
Y'all ain't gonna be friends that long.
That's disgusting, bro.
That's just like a relationship built on toxicity. It's crazy.
Like, I don't want to get with somebody and the most joy that we can find is talking bad about someone else.
I can't care about other people that much.
I can't.
Like, I can't. It's unacceptable. I'm a never let them see you sweat kind of person anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if you get to me, you're not going to know you got to me. But I can't give people that type of power.
When I be getting to you on here, I be knowing I'm getting to you.
I mean, like, playful banter. That's one thing. But like, if somebody really like struck like a nerve with me, you're not gonna know until like
if I said the wrong thing. If I said the wrong thing, you quit the morning brew. I would quit. You quit the morning brew.
I mean, you'd have to say something. That
outlandish.
That I wouldn't be the only person you worry about. You would have to say something really crazy. I mean, like, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have to say something about my kids or my husband. Then it's like,
I mean, 9 times out of 10, if I said something like that, I'd be joking anyway. You know, I'd be joking.
Yeah. Wow.
Because there would be no legitimate reason for me to say something hateful like that.
No. We're good peeps.
Just because it's you. Period.
End
of story.
It's just like that.
It's just what it is. Did you have something else?
I got a lot of stuff. But I feel like it's silly stuff.
Okay.
Wait. Let me ask you this though, real quick. Would you tell somebody if their baby's ugly?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably wouldn't tell them.
Yeah. I'm
probably one of them people that, because I mean, I'll tell somebody else your baby's ugly.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about the baby. I'm gonna talk about your baby.
I'll tell somebody else your baby's ugly, but
so hypothetically,
I'm not gonna start shit, you know.
Somebody has like a baby that you're like, they're like, here, do you want to hold it? What you doing?
I'm not holding that baby.
How you gonna get out of it?
I say I'm scared to hold babies. That's what I say.
That's what you say, in like, that's like, I know this is my line. I've done it before.
I say my go-to line, ugly baby or not ugly baby. I say I'm scared to hold.
Oh, like baby. You just don't hold babies.
I just don't hold babies. Yeah, nah. Because I'm not going to be the one to drop the baby and then it's just
drop a baby.
I'm the uncle that dropped the baby. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
You don't hold babies?
No, I don't hold babies. Nah, they're too fragile.
I mean, until when? Like, what's the age?
Well, first of all, like I don't even like touching or getting close to babies at that age because I know some parents are like super fucking OCD about that shit. So I don't even cross that line. You know what I'm saying? When they get old enough to where they're walking around and shit like that, then we can interact. But when you're that little and you're that fragile, I don't want them to be able to say like, "Oh yeah, my baby got sick because of you" or whatever. You know what I mean? Like. I don't want that.
So one time this actually happened to me and they like held their baby up for me to hold it. And I was like,
ooh.
I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't. I'm not feeling well.
Yeah.
Like I'm congested.
Yeah.
Wasn't congested, but
no.
I just didn't want to hold the baby, and I felt horrible about it.
Yeah.
But I can't.
I don't feel bad.
I felt horrible about it because, like, a baby can't help what they look like, and every parent is so proud of their baby. Like, I don't think there's a parent that looks at their kid and is like, "That baby, my baby's ugly."
So you didn't hold the baby just purely because the baby was ugly?
I'm ashamed to admit this.
See, yes. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because there are a lot of babies that are like hideous when they're born. That's a strong word, ain't it?
Man.
There are a lot of babies that are like hideous when they're born, but then when they get older, they're cute. They're cute as hell. It's just like they have to develop. Babies kind of
like transform a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of got to develop.
They do look a little weird when they first come out.
Yeah. So like when I was born, I was told that I had like a cone head.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes.
So my shit just had the shape. You know?
You bald?
My shit
Did you have no hair too?
I can't remember, but I know
a cone head and bald.
Bro, and it was right around that time that the Coneheads movie came out too. So motherfuckers was roasting me, bro. I've been getting roasted since I came out the womb.
Man,
they've been roasting me. Miss
That's
you too.
Too bad.
Miss you too, Steven.
Man,
bro.
we ain't seen you in a while.
No baby is ugly to me until I have babies, at least not out loud.
I think that's kind of facts though, because I felt like I wasn't as hard on babies until I had my own baby, and I was like, damn, my baby's so pretty. And then I look at other babies and I'm like, nah.
You set that expectation. No, I just had to be. I ain't had no kids. I just had to be real. Like some babies is they're hit, they're smacked. But that doesn't mean they have to.
Some babies are hit, they're smacked.
That doesn't mean they have to stay that way.
My eyes just watered a little bit.
That doesn't mean they have to stay that way, though.
Dang. Yeah. So what if somebody's like, you think my baby's cute?
Well, because me and Sebastian was actually talking about this, and Sebastian said that white dads with black women make ugly babies.
Whoa. He said what?
He said white dads with black women make ugly babies and black dads with white women make the best looking babies.
What?
Yeah. So he was just talking about like how ugly the babies are when the dad's white and the mom's black. Apparently they're ugly.
Well, that's an interesting take, Sebastian. I'm going to need you to weigh in the comments.
Yeah. Defend your point there.
Yeah.
That was on a charged up episode and he was drinking a little bit. So I don't know how much he meant it, but
white dads with black women.
Good Lord. I'm not.
Dang.
I am not proud of how long we've been talking about ugly babies, but it's just something
that needed to be talked about. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And like I was saying, like, even if the baby is hideous when it comes out, it's got potential. It doesn't always stay that way. All babies have potential.
Yeah.
It doesn't always stay that way. I mean, there are some times where the baby comes out and it's the cutest baby ever and they grow up and they're fucking ugly.
True.
So
true.
You're just speaking facts on here.
Yeah.
Okay. The way God always gets you through what seems to be impossible.
Okay, give us your testimony.
Yeah, give us your testimony in the comments, man.
No, I was talking to Trey, but y'all too.
In the comments. In the comments, let us know a situation where it just didn't seem like there was any light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, Reader's Digest version though, so we could.
Apologize. Had some technical difficulties with the audio, but we are back. Hopefully I don't know why my sound device just went off like that. Very interesting.
All right, so testimony in the comments.
Testimony in the comments, a situation that you have been through. Let us know if you can hear us too, because I'm pretty sure that we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, testimony in the comments, situation that you've been in where you didn't seem like there was any light at the end of the tunnel, but God just got you through it. Sarita, testimony.
My whole life, bro.
Your whole ever since a child.
Try walking a mile in my shoes.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything that there are definitely periods of my life, nothing I've practiced how to tell the story in a way that I feel comfortable with.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything specifically that comes to mind. I just think that it's crazy how anytime I'm dealt with an inconvenience where it's like, I just don't know or see a way out of this. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this or get out of this. It's just like every single time it always works out.
Yeah.
It always ends up working out.
I think this kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can't see the end game, but there's definitely a plan that has been decided on far before you even knew it was going to be a problem.
Yeah. Oh shit. We might have to wrap this. I think that might just be going dead, but I thought the computer charged it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to start bringing my battery back.
Just want to come in from your computer real quick and
yeah, I'm gonna let him. All right, guys, having some technical difficulties with my audio device right here. I was thinking that the computer charged it, but apparently it doesn't. So I'm going to have to bring my battery pack next time. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're almost at an hour. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, interacted with us, commented on everything. Make sure you go subscribe, comment, like, share, all this and that. And we will be back next Friday. And we will be back next Friday. You guys have a good weekend, and we will see you next week.